Hi everyone, it's Fitz with the Daily Delivery. Hope you're doing well. I am well. Thank you for asking. I'm a little bit sad today. I'm sad because I've lost a friend. Ernie Barrett was a friend to everyone who called themselves a K-Stater, but I was fortunate enough to spend a lot of time with Ernie, and just in passing or maybe in his office when he was working at K-State talking about K-State sports history, K-State basketball. I'm so glad that Ernie, who of course played at K-State in the late 40s and took K-State, led the Wildcats as their star player to the 1951 NCAA championship, and unfortunately played that title game injured. And those who saw that game or knew about that game say that if Ernie had been healthy, K-State would have won. They would have beaten Kentucky for that national title, but that didn't happen. And in fact, it took a long time for K-State to finally beat Kentucky, and that happened in 2018 under Bruce Weber at the NCAA tournament, and Ernie celebrated with the players in the locker room. Because Ernie never stopped being a K-Stater. Ernie never stopped loving the purple and loving everything about being a Wildcat. Playing in the 40s and 50s, going on to play for the Celtics in the NBA, and eventually coming back to Manhattan, serving as director of athletics at Kansas State in the late 60s and early 70s, and then ending up in a number of different roles, mostly fundraising for K-State, including playing a significant role in getting Bramlage Coliseum built and the original Veneer football complex. Ernie Barrett leaves his signature on K-State sports in so many ways. His statue will stand tall forever with that hand extended, ready to crush the brave person able to shake his hand. And he was something else. Even into his 80s and 90s, he'd get you pretty good with that handshake. Ernie was a special guy, though. He's not just about K-State sports. That's how he'll be remembered, and that's why they built a statue. But Ernie's goodness always came out in everything he did. And my fondest memories of Ernie, though, would be back in the day when he and some friends, some donors like Jack Veneer, would have their Wednesday dinner club. They'd come down to So Long Saloon in Aggieville, have a few drinks, have a little dinner, and head home before the sun was down. And if I was honored enough to see him that day, crush my hand as he went out the door. Ernie Barrett. He made it all the way to 93. But it's easy to say this. He's literally a man whose legend will live on forever. He changed K-State athletics for the better on the court, in the administration, and just as a fan. We love you, Ernie. We miss you already. But boy, you were something else. And I think all of us can learn a lesson how Ernie Barrett always was excited about Kansas State athletics and would throw that big old fist in the air to celebrate. Love you, Ernie.